Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Monday the 5th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning, fairly decent time frame, got up and around, got the dog outside and all that good fun stuff. Wife got up and around, she got off to work, and just chilling out, jumped in the hot tub, did my little morning routine, got back in, fed the dog a little bit. They basically feed him like in the evenings only. This they give him just like a little handful of food in the morning, like it's a snack. It's kind of a, I don't know. Most people feed their dog twice a day, but these people feed like a little tiny snack in the morning and then the full big meal in the evening. But whatever. I think they're a little bit light on food. He's not thin by any means, but he is. I think they're giving a little less food than he needs for as active as he is for his size. But hey, I'm gonna keep doing what they want. It's their dog, and he's lived this long, so who am I to judge? So went ahead and got that done. Hung around this morning, getting a few things accomplished and whatnot. I had a dog supposed to be getting dropped off about 10 a.m. was their estimated time to drop off. I'd reached out to them stating the fact that checking on what time they were dropping the dog off, because I had to take my father-in-law to physical therapy also and all that fun stuff, and went ahead and told him I was going to be going to physical therapy. I dropped him off there at 11. From 11 to noon is what time his appointment was, and I asked them to make sure they touch base, because give me a heads up when they're heading over, because that way I could get back in time to meet with them and, you know, be here, drop the dog off kind of thing. So knowing I had a new dog, never met before, never had a meet and greet, nothing. All I've done is spoke to the owner on the phone. They're coming out of state, wasn't able to do a meet and greet. I wanted to make sure I was here and not having to leave them. So I went ahead and got my run in, got that wrapped up, got my shower, all that good fun stuff. And the dog that's here, he's just chill out. He don't care where I'm going. When I get back, he's super excited to see me, but I can literally go out, take the trash out, come back in, and he's just about as happy to see me than if I was gone for an hour-long run. So it kind of doesn't matter. He's just happy to see you when you get there. So yeah, I got back my run, got my shower, went ahead and reached out to people, let them know that I was heading over to the appointment, and they said they're running a little behind, and they had basically been a dog over after I was back from the physical therapy. I told them how long it should be, and they said, okay, cool. And then went and took my father to the physical therapist, and wasn't certain where we were going. All I had was like an address. He didn't know the name of the doctor. He was supposed to see the physical therapist, nothing. So I told him when he gets there, I said, check, make sure you're actually in the right spot. As soon as you get an answer, call me or text me and let me know that you're in the right location, so I don't have to pick you back up and drive you somewhere else right here close by. So he called and said he was in the right spot, and they were, you know, he was at the office he needed to be. So I was like, okay, cool. I plan on heading over to Home Depot. I thought, well, I'll just kill some time over there, because it's about a 25 minute drive, depending on traffic, to get from my house to where the physical therapy is. Well, let's just roll it back to 20. That's 40 minutes of driving, and his appointment's only an hour, so it only leaves me like 20 minutes at the house, and all I do is disturb the dog, and now I gotta leave again to get him upset. So I'm like, screw it, I'll just go to Home Depot instead. So on the way to Home Depot, saw a little cigar lounge that's been here for a while that I haven't been in yet. I don't know why, I just haven't. So I thought, you know what, I'll stop in there. So I stopped in that place, and they were technically not open yet, so I was there a little bit early, but they were open in like 2 minutes. So went ahead and went in as I realized what was going on. The door was unlocked, so headed on in there and looked around. The guy met me and asked me, been there before? I told him no. Looked around a little bit. Wasn't interested in like buying a cigar and hanging out in the lounge. I wasn't gonna be that long, but went ahead and they got 2 separate humidors. Kind of a weird layout and design. I don't know why. Actually, they got 4 humidors, but 2 walk-ins and 2 cabinet style. And he said there's no rhyme or reason, where the things are just kind of mixed matched. And it's also weird, like they built this building for the cigar shop. So I'm assuming that they were the ones that built it, because they're the first ones in there. But the doors don't match. Like, they're different design doors for between the location. Like each walk-in humidor, it's a different layout, and it's, I don't know, it's just strange. There's like a weird stairway going upstairs that goes to, I don't know if it's a private area, I don't know if it's a house, I have no idea what's up there. But it just didn't have a warm, fuzzy feeling. It had a little bit of a, I don't know, kind of a, I don't know, just had an off feeling to it. Like the cigar lighter and like the cutters and stuff were like chained to the desk. Like, I understand people probably steal stuff, but it feels, usually not cigar people aren't really thieves. You know, it's a little more of a gentleman's hobby that has what it is. Actually, they had like a bar, and so they got wine and beer, and they had a little cooler there with like White Claw and some, Strohs and weird beer stuff. Nothing I saw in the thing I'd want to drink. So now it becomes that because you are selling some stuff, am I allowed to bring a drink in with me? Can I bring in my Mountain Dew and just like give you $5, like a corking fee to open my own bottle of Mountain Dew in there? Like, did ask that question. I went and looked on the humidors, and their prices are at or above retail. Like, they're on the higher side of stuff, which I understand. It's an expensive hobby, it's an expensive business. And they had a air-conditioned lounge that was like kind of like a patio looking thing. And they had an open air lounge, which is also like a patio, but unfortunately, where it's setting, it's right there, 42, and it's a lot of traffic noise, a lot of whatever. So would not be the most enjoyable environment to hang around and have a cigar, but who knows? I assume when they usually get busy, kind of like what their hangout times would be and stuff and whatnot. And he said it changed every night. Well, he could give me an idea. If I want to come back and check this place out when it's a little bit more busy than just 2 employees in here and myself, when might I try? And he just wasn't willing to give me an answer. I was like, God, that feels dumb, but oh well, it is what it is. So I left there, and then I wasn't there very long. Decided, hell with it. I've got a beach pass now that all Volusia residents are free as long as you register your tag. So I went over and wanted to make sure it was registered correctly and that. So I went over and was gonna just hang out and look at the beach for the parking, but I thought, shit, I got a pass. Let's see if it's registered to drive on the beach also, and it was. So went, pulled up on the beach, pulled my lawn chair out of the back of the car, which I now carry with me most of the time, and plopped that down in the sand, had myself finished up my cigar. I started with, on the way over there, dropped my father-in-law off, and some guy came by with some petitions wanting to sign some bullshit that's going to supposedly help make the boat get bought through. It doesn't matter. It's not like, no, I'm good. I'm not filling out that information. 1, I have reading glasses, and 2, I don't know who you are, if you're actually collecting signatures what you say you are, because the form did not appear to have exactly what he was. I didn't see anything on there what he said he was looking for was actually on the sheet. So he could add all my information to anything and just say I vote was for something else that I'm not for. So if I am signing up for that shit, I do it through legitimate channels and not some dude walking along the beach and getting paid by whoever the hell is paying him to walk around and get signatures on the beach. So definitely was not my thing. So yeah, hung out there for a while, and it's getting close to about time I figured my father would be done. So I went ahead, headed back, got the chair put away and stuff, headed back up. And as I was about halfway back, he called, said he was done. And I said, okay, I'll call you as soon as I get there. And like 5 minutes later, I was there. So grabbed him, brought him home, got him back in the house, hung out, waited around for the dog to get dropped off. And what was supposed to be about 10 o'clock in the morning, we'll end up showing up at like 3:30. Like, so fucking late. And I had known that, I would have waited till after the doctor appointment to go for my run. There's a lot of things. It's just the annoyance of what it is. So, and they literally pulled up, put their little dog up, went out, opened the door, let him in. They brought in a big bucket of food and the dog on leash. I asked him a couple of questions, and it almost seemed like he didn't know the answer to it. So I don't know if he was the one. I don't know if it's the husband of the dog and the wife is the one that takes care of it mostly, or if it's just somebody who was tasked to bring it over, because they're headed to the airport for an international trip, and the dog's here like 10 days, and that dude pieced out in like 2.5 minutes. Like, he was not fucking around. He was just like, nope, you got the dog, your problem now, and left. And I was like, oh, that's not be interesting. But went ahead, got the dog sniffed around the yard for a while, let him kind of chill out, and then went ahead and brought him back inside to do the meet and greet with when he introduced him to the other dog, because if it would get a little sideways, I wanted them right there on slick floor, so that's they don't have as much traction to fight as much. And 2, I wanted them not to be able to run away from me if they are trying to fight. I want to be able to separate it out a little bit easier, because there is a giant size difference in these 2 dogs. Like, and one's probably 5 times bigger, like massive difference. But unfortunately, the little one thinks he's like tough, and he gets a little bit dominant, tries to hump dogs they shouldn't be trying to hump. So should be interesting. Overall, went pretty good. A couple hours later, the little one was bugging the big one, and the big one snapped at him and really kind of gave him the what's to, which he had it coming, so I'm not mad about it, but I gotta watch it. I can't have injuries happening on my watch. So yeah, there's that. But that kind of added a little more stress to my day, but overall it wasn't too bad. So the little one's only here 4 or 5 days, So it won't be the end of the world, but it'll be nice. This weekend I'm gonna have a shit ton of dogs, and I've got one coming that is aggressive and has to be separated from everybody else, and that made me super nervous. I'm bringing a new dog in I've never met before, because the office where I isolate the aggressive dog will already be occupied, so I gotta definitely worry about that. But it seems to be fine, and he tolerated a lot from the little one before he acted out, which I have no problem with that at all. Once I get a little more high energy dogs, hopefully they'll help wear the little one out, and it'll be a whole lot easier day for me. But yeah, pretty much hung around for the day. Just after the dog got there, everything's chilled out, and just midday I can't stay awake. My eyes are just, it's ridiculous. Didn't take a nap, probably should have, but didn't. Headed back out with the dogs out there again, and wife got home from work. She took off a little earlier than normal. Still works her full shift, but didn't work over any, and texted me a message on her way home. So I went ahead, and she got there, finished up my cigar. She said she wasn't feeling great, she's gonna lay down. Asked her if she still wanted to do loaded nachos tonight. She said that'd be fine. So I went ahead and basically heated up the ground chuck that I made with sloppy joes the other day. I kept half of that back to make nachos and heated it all up. I actually sauteed up some onions and mushrooms as well, heated up the meat, and then added in the taco seasoning and simmered it all back down to get rid of the leftover water that you basically use just to stir in the taco seasonings. All you're doing with the extra water. But got that all done up. Then I do it like a taco salad with chips and spinach in a big bowl, and she lays it more out like little tiny, she makes like little tiny mini nachos and fills her plate full of little tiny nachos. It's kind of funny. So yeah, we knocked out ourselves a wonderful meal, got the dogs all fed again. Both ate good, worked out well. And then I headed back outside, hanging out with the dog the evening, Cinco de Mayo. So a lot of people were out getting tacos and tequila, and hopefully nobody got hurt or killed, because there's a lot of amateurs out there drinking and driving during this holiday. It's definitely a drinking holiday. So, but yeah, overall pretty good day. And then headed back in. Wife was zonked out. Said she wasn't feeling great. Doesn't know what's up. She said she's got like a weird sore throat, but it's way down in her neck, chest area. So it's super weird feeling, but she's not feeling great about it. So she was definitely zonked out hardcore. So came time to head back in, grab myself a little snack, and she barely even moved when I got into bed and didn't wake up enough to even put her phone away or nothing. So she was definitely zonked out. I left the one dog out in the living room where he seemed to want to be, and then about 15 minutes into it, he was wanting to be in the bedroom with us. I was a little bit concerned about the little one starting shit in the middle of the night and barking and growling and having that startle me out of sleep. But brought him in, and the big one finally found a spot to lay down, and the little one's up on the bed with us, so it was all good. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.